Today on the TMZ Podcast.
Hello and welcome to the TMZ Podcast. I'm Charlie Cotton, and today, joining me on the podcast is my producer, Wyld.
Hello. Yes, I am here today.
You've stepped over the desk.
I've stepped from behind the camera. I'm always in the room, but now I'm at the desk.
I love it when you're here, Wyld.
Oh, thank you. I have crazy thoughts about some of these stories, so
Good.
Hold your breath.
We got Branson producing today, stepping in. Thank you, Branson. Let's hope it's a tight episode. All right. What do we got today? You were here in the room listening to me and Nikki yesterday, and we had a bet going about how long Selena Gomez's break from Instagram would take. I bet 24 to 48 hours. Nikki bet maybe around Monday next week.
A weekish, yeah.
We were both wrong. Man, we were both wrong. We'll talk about Kyle Richards. She is opening up more about her beef with her man, Mauricio. Well, not her man anymore, probably.
Her estranged man.
Her estranged man. It all stems back to DMs.
Instagram.
Don't it always?
I don't know.
It always comes back to sliding in the DMs. Lil Nas is on a trolling spree.
Yes, and I'm tired of this.
You're tired of it?
I'm pissed.
Okay, good. I like it. So I like that we're going to have a bit of back and forth because we agree on most of these things.
You like trolls.
I love trolls.
Okay.
But to begin with, very sad story off the top. GMA host Michael Strahan sat down as a guest on his own show beside his 19-year-old daughter, Isabella, to share her story of being recently diagnosed with a rare brain cancer. Awful, awful news. So what she's got, and I'll try to pronounce it, is medulloblastoma. I've definitely got that wrong.
Medulloblastoma.
There you go. You should have said it well.
Yep.
It happens to 20% of all childhood brain tumors are this one.
Yes.
But mostly they're for kids. From 5 to 9 they get it. But she was 18. She was diagnosed in October of last year. And
it's very rare for someone of her age. I mean, she's a young adult, so it almost seems like she would have been kind of out of the weeds with this. But the sad thing is that it happened during her first year of college. So, when you're in college, you're going through a lot, you're stressed anyway, but she was experiencing these massive headaches, almost so to the point where she couldn't ignore them. And I think that that's kind of where the alert went off in her head to be like, something is wrong.
Right. Okay, let's listen to some of that interview with Michael and Isabella talking to Robin Roberts.
Because the Wnt variant is rare, 10% get it, but rarely someone who's 18, 19 years old is the one that they feel very confident they can treat.
The following day, on October 27th, Isabella undergoing emergency surgery at Cedars-Sinai.
It sent a signal of how serious it was,
Right.
and they said, hey, you shouldn't risk trying to put her on a plane to get her to the East Coast or to another doctor. We know what it is, and you should get it out as soon as possible.
Watching that footage and then watching her slow recovery where she's learning to walk, learning to talk, her family's around her. And then you see her sat there next to her dad. Obviously, she's got no hair, but, she seems in positive spirits. What a trying few months for the Strahans. And it isn't over yet because she's just done her radiation and she got to ring the bell as you do at the end of your treatment. But now she's about to start chemotherapy. Just an awful thing for a young person, let alone anyone, to go through.
Yeah, and she actually underwent emergency surgery the day before her 19th birthday. So just very, very sad.
It really is. People were wondering even back then why Michael Strahan had stepped away from a lot of his gigs because he's on TV almost every day.
Yeah, there was like a weird period where Michael wasn't on GMA. They didn't really tell us much about why he wasn't on GMA, but at one point he did say there were some family issues. So we knew something was maybe going on or some personal issues, but this kind of explains his absence, which is totally understandable because very serious situation.
It is. And Isabella has a twin sister. Who was there beside her the whole time.
Yeah.
Even just as a twin, imagine being like, because you're the same.
Yeah, no, it almost seems like I'd imagine if it's like a part of yourself, an extension of yourself almost.
So really sad story, and God, we're rooting for you, Isabella. On to our next story. Selena Gomez break from Instagram is over.
She's back.
She's back after 20 hours. Took 20 hours.
I feel like you can't even say I'm back if you only left for 20 hours. Like, you didn't do the full day.
It wasn't even a full day. Like, this is just remarkable. Like, why would she announce she's taking a break if she doesn't intend for it to be longer than a week?
And this is one of the things we talked about in the room is like, Selena Gomez makes so much money off Instagram and she uses the platform because she has so many followers that, like, sis, you can't really take a break.
Right, well, why can't you just give the phone to your PR person?
Or just, like, delete the app and have people manage it for you.
Yeah. Have someone manage and just post as if it's you, and maybe they can clear some posts with you. But you don't need to be reading all the comments if that's what affects your mental health.
This is like and I love Selena Gomez. This is the only thing about Selena that I hate. She is like constantly victimizing herself. Like, sis, okay, they yelled at you on Instagram because you got into some drama, but like, shut up. Like, we're adults. I feel like, again, just delete the app. You have people, she is rich enough that she never has to see Instagram and she can still use it.
Right, totally. But I mean, maybe she had to come back because it was such an important post. Maybe she had something really important to say and she couldn't stay away.
So what did she say?
She said, Gordon Ramsay stepped into my kitchen and showed me how to make an amazing breakfast burger.
I don't think that's.
I mean, breakfast burgers be amazing.
It ain't that prolific.
They're delicious.
Come back and tell us she had a burger.
Can you imagine? I need to take a break from Instagram for a while. And P.S. Here's my burger.
Here's my burger, which will probably be on her cooking show.
But it's just like, exactly.
Yep.
But this is just like such a pattern of behavior that we could predict that it was going to last a matter of hours.
Yeah.
Because she's done this in the past. And like, wouldn't you learn your lesson? Just like either don't announce it or just.
Have you ever taken a break from social media?
Yes.
Have you ever announced your break from social
No.
media? Do you like delete your account? You just.
I delete the app on my phone.
Got you. Like an adult.
Yes, and then like if my friends are wondering where I am, then you probably have my phone number.
Text me.
I mean, if someone I don't know is wondering where I am, just keep wondering. Like,
just hold on, I'm coming back.
Yeah, it's just like, God, and it's so funny because that same day that she announced that she was taking a break, she also posted a cryptic photo.
Yes.
Holding Linda Ronstadt's memoir. Now, Linda Ronstadt, very famous, prolific singer,
very rich family.
Yes, and it had people speculating that maybe she might be playing Linda Ronstadt in a biopic, and lo and behold, she is.
She is, and I will say this is some really good casting because Selena looks a lot like young Linda Ronstadt.
100%. They're lookalikes. They have both got Mexican heritage, so there's that. And looking at the young photos, it could be Selena. So I get that on how they look alike, but I don't know how good Selena is at acting.
No, she's really good in Only Murders in the Building.
Look, I like Only Murders in the Building.
It's not for Selena though?
No, no, definitely not for Selena. I just find her dry and nasally. Like she's always got a nasal voice.
She kind of whispers a lot.
Yeah, I don't find her acting that compelling. I love Martin Short and what's the other guy's name? Steve Martin.
Steve Martin.
They both got Martin in their name, huh?
Did you like her in Barney?
Barney?
I'm joking.
Oh, was that when she was like 3?
She wasn't Barney.
She was or wasn't?
She was. She was a Barney kid for a long time.
How old was she?
I don't know, like 6, 7.
And then she went to the Mickey Mouse Club.
And then she went to Disney, but she is an established actor, Charlie.
Oh, is she?
Put some respect on Selena's name.
It's hard to when she's disrespecting herself on Instagram. Maybe I'm clouded by all of that.
And she constantly whispering into the microphone. That's what it is.
Right. So, yeah, she's going to play Linda. And Linda Ronstadt loves the choice. She signed off on it. It is actually the sort of obvious choice because of how similar they look.
I will say I'm a little interested to see how they'll do the music stuff, though, because, like, Linda was, like, a singer.
But isn't Selena, like, amazing singer? Like, I'll give her that.
Selena's like I'll be single. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not. It's a little quiet.
And what's Linda Ronstadt like?
It's, like, robust.
Oh, interesting.
I'm not even going to try it.
I remember the last time we had you on the podcast, actually, now, Wyld. What did you do? You did all of the NSYNC songs, or?
I did, like, a set list for Usher or something.
Oh, Usher.
For the Super Bowl.
Usher, yes, that's right. You did Usher's whole set list. You got pipes. Wow.
Thank you.
Okay, on to our next story. Carl Richards. She's back at it again, slamming Mauricio.
Yes.
She was on her Real Housewives show, and she talked about how pissed she is that ladies are sliding into his DMs.
I've had like a fight with Mo over that. I hate that stuff. Yeah, I don't think that's cool.
Liking people's photos.
Yeah, no.
Following people. You don't do that.
Yeah.
Mo gets a lot of DMs from women. They don't care that he's married, and they're always the aggressor. And it just makes you realize there's really a lot of assholes out there.
Yeah, she said they got into a very heated argument. She didn't specify when it was, but we're assuming it was, sometime within the last year. They got into an argument because she discovered that there were swarms of women in Mauricio's DMs. And he's famous.
He's good looking.
Good looking. Rich.
But also, doesn't he sell houses and stuff? So he's kind of like a people I mean, I'm not trying to set up an excuse. I'm not trying to. But aren't there?
You think they're in there looking for real estate?
Isn't there some plausible deniability? I mean, what did the messages say? Did they say, "Hey, you up?" Or they say, "Hey, you got house"? What did they say?
I assume that if she's upset about it, then they were probably a little suggestive and flirty.
I just feel like Kyle is trying to control the narrative of their separation because she's got this show where she spills all the tea. Mauricio's got his real estate show, but he just keeps on. Right now, he's probably partying with topless women in
living
Aspen.
it up. Yeah, right.
But he's not sort of slamming her or saying she did this and she did that. And I bet you she did a lot. I mean, we started getting whispers that something weren't right over there when she was hanging out with Morgan Wyld that whole time. So she kind of lit the fire and she leaned into the fire. But did she get burnt?
But it also seems like sometimes and I'm not saying in this situation, but sometimes in relationships, the person that actually does the thing is typically the loudest about the relationship. It's one person did this, and it's Tom, it could have been Kyle at the center of the divide. You know what I'm saying? It's she has the platform and a larger voice, essentially, so she can kind of steer the narrative.
They're both just very independent people, I think, and they like doing their own thing and not being tied down. I mean, they were married for God knows over 20 years.
And that's a good marriage, man.
I mean, I think you can consider a marriage like that a success.
Success.
And then if you have a second life where you're oh, I feel like I'm young again, which both of these guys are doing, that's fine. You got these daughters, you had a great life. I mean, the goal is to die together when you get married, but if it doesn't last till that, I think it's fine too.
Also, when you get close to dying, just spin the block. Are you at your, I would do that.
Spin the block.
Spin the block. I have a few people in life that I'm if I don't get married, I'm spinning the block, and I'm just going to be old and with you.
Oh,
you don't do
that's
that?
cute.
Oh, yeah.
I never heard that spin the block saying, though.
Oh, yeah, that's a thing. Spin the block. I leave and then I spin the block.
Oh, you walk around the block of your neighborhood?
It's I just circle back around.
Looking for women?
No, bro. It's like when you date somebody and y'all break up.
Oh, okay.
You spin the block, literally.
Oh, and then you come back to them.
I come back around. It's just a circle.
Yeah, so maybe that is what they're doing. Maybe they're just getting things out of their system.
And then
they might reunite again.
They're going to what?
Spin the block.
Spin the block.
There we go. I like that. I'm going to use that. On to our final story. Lil Nas X.
Lil Nas X.
He's trolling again because he's got a new single coming out tomorrow.
Yep.
Called J Christ.
Just playing with Jesus.
So, I mean, obviously, a lot of conservative people ain't fans of Lil Nas X.
Right.
He is, he's gay, but also he's very in your face.
Yeah, he is very trollish. Anything that you hate about Lil Nas X, he kind of leans into drama.
So conservatives get offended a lot by things he does and says, but he loves that. And so he tries to stoke them even more.
Yes.
He's like, you hate me now? Just wait till I do this. So he is teasing this J Christ single.
But he's not just teasing a J Christ single. He's teasing a whole new religious life.
Oh yeah, yes. He's pretending that he's a born-again Christian.
Born-again Christian. He's living for the Lord.
Yeah.
I don't know how much of that is true.
He said, he put up a post saying that he's now being accepted to a Bible university to study Jesus.
Liberty University to study religion and theology is what he said.
And he he put together, he doctored some acceptance letter from this thing saying, I'm so glad that now I'm going to learn about how to live my life.
I'm going to live for Jesus. It was real fake.
And then he put out a clip, a teaser for his new single. And there are so many celebrity lookalikes in this gospel sounding, and they're all walking up to the pearly gates.
Yes.
In white. And you can see someone who looks like Taylor Swift, Oprah Winfrey, Michael Jackson, Kanye West, Queen Elizabeth.
Oh, it's a mess.
he knows how to go viral, this guy.
Well, Liberty University has come out and said, hold up, we did not accept Lil Nas X.
Yeah.
Not only did we not accept Lil Nas X, we don't even know Lil Nas X. Like
They said that?
they said we don't know him.
Oh, they trolled him back.
Yep. But they did say they wish him well.
Okay.
But they do not know Lil Nas X. He's never applied to the university. He's never been accepted to the university. And like a lot of people online were pointing out the fact that the letter was clearly fake because the president that signed it is no longer.
Right. It was clearly. I mean, if Lil Nas is doing, like, when I first saw this and I didn't, like, it wasn't out there that this is definitely a troll. You go in assuming everything Nas does is a troll.
It's just,
and if you're proven otherwise, then okay, it's
say,
real.
Oh, okay, that's true. Right.
He never says or does anything serious.
Okay, but like, am I the only one that's tired of Lil Nas X's gimmicks? Like, I feel like 1 minute he pregnant, the next minute he's twerking on the devil. Like, it's like, bruh.
The next minute he's dressed as a tampon.
I just don't understand. I feel like at some point, like, Lady Gaga is not still popping out of eggs. You
Right.
get what I'm saying? Like, bruh, I feel like you use the gimmicks to, like, build and grab attention, but, like, you already got our attention. Just put out good music.
Look, I somewhat agree with that, but he is, the Old Town Road guy. He got famous off what many people assumed as a one-hit wonder at the time.
True.
But then he backed it up with Montero, which the music is actually really good.
It is good. I'm a fan. No,
I'm a fan.
But it's just like, bruh.
So if this J. Christ album is great too, like, he's just like a public art installation at this point. Like, I'm here for the trolling. Yeah, maybe he doesn't need to do it.
Right.
But I mean, I just like him stirring people up. But as we've said, I'm a fan of troll.
You are. You're kind of trollish yourself, though.
Yes.
So you're gonna be in your car like J. Christ? J. Christ?
I might be, actually. Hey,
Go Jesus. I am not participating.
God, that'll be fun.
Wow, to hell we go.
Well, thank you for joining me today,
Of course.
Wyld.
Charlie.
And we'll see you guys here tomorrow. Goodbye.
Bye.